Okay. Hello, everyone. Hopefully my stuff is working. I guess someone will maybe let me know if it's not. Uh, but I'm going to be off camera today because I'm not feeling the best. I also apologize in advance if this ends up not being the most fun stream as a result of that. So, sorry. But I'm here and we're going to explore more of the Forgotten City. Before we get started, as per usual, what is SASA? Save Ancient Studies Alliance is working to promote the study of the ancient world and engagement with our human deeper pasts, building grassroots movements through outreach, collaboration, accessibility, and public scholarship. The group is working toward our goal of inspiring a wide, inclusive community of scholars, learners, and students. These are all of the places that you can find and follow SASA, just about any social media area, and also YouTube. With that in mind, this is a SASA live event, and we do have protocol. Please be kind and respectful. Listen and ask thoughtful questions throughout the event. Please be patient with technology and those administering it. And SASA's Archaeogaming Live, which is streamed on Twitch, which I'm doing now, but recordings will be posted on SASA's YouTube channel shortly after the event. And since we are playing games here, spoiler alerts, there will very likely be spoilers. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, I need to move some things around. So give me 1 minute while I attempt to make everything visible on my screen in new spots. Also, hello! Welcome to the stream. We have a comment in the chat. Alright, so I want this, and now possibly everything is working. It's a little loud for me, so I'm going to make some adjustments on my end. But hopefully everything will work fine for you. Again, if something's weird or you can't hear something, let me know in the chat and I will make some adjustments. Alright, so when we left off, we were... Oh, thank you for the subscription. When we left off, we were exploring kind of the initial phases of this game. Our character, Kyle, who we will continue as, has found out that he's effectively been transported into the past, and there is this very scary situation where there's a golden rule, and if anyone breaks the rule, everyone is punished for it. And we have this wonderful historical setting with kind of a sci-fi story to explore. If eventually everything loads. Also, I might need to fix a setting because I don't think I have my mouse. I think that it's taken it over. One day it will load. Maybe. Perhaps. There we go. Oh, little laggy. Whoa, very laggy. Alright, Kyle, you coming too? We're semi-okay. Alright, so I don't fully remember. It's been a minute. Oh no, that's bad. My computer's been having a hard time lately. But we're gonna do our best. And hope that the lag doesn't get too bad. Sorry about that. Oh, it's really bad. This is gonna be annoying for all of us. Oh. Okay. I wandered into something.
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
Okay, so we have a potential confrontation here, which I'm probably gonna mess up. I mean, I don't want to be mean. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
get right on it.
He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Alright, so I've heard a whisper of no. She does, yeah, she does. She's scared, but like she's
What?
ready to fight. She's
We
got
don't
the
have
fight
time for this.
reaction.
I have to go.
Okay. So she's gonna have something terrible happen.
The shrine is collapsing.
And so now, to save her, someone's gonna need to break the golden rule and get everyone killed.
Fabia, no! Oh god, she's dead!
Well,
Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her! Oh, Fabia, why did you have to
Okay.
go in there? Poor
I
sweet
told her not
girl.
to. She didn't listen. I guess I'll still do this, which I think is going to end badly.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Not a good time. I do want to know how this guy got in here. He appears to not be part of this weird little community. I wasn't lying.
You are not off to a good start. When I ask you a question, I expect an answer. Is that understood?
Rude. I'm not gonna keep pushing him.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
I mean, I don't really want to be friends with this guy. I just, yeah, we're all.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
I guess I'll ask about the mystery cult.
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
So he mentioned some specific historical circumstances surrounding belief and worship and religion. As we know from last time, this is historically accurate to a lot of the persecution that was seen from like the broader Roman Empire toward certain religious beliefs. So we're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
Yeah, we're all trapped. If you got in, maybe we can get out.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, physically can't. There's no way out of here.
Threatening me is not going to help you.
How's that a threat?
But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
No, not. It's a warning. We don't believe a mantra.
A distinction without a difference. You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
We didn't make the statues.
You
we
lot
don't
are
have the gold.
practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
Oh no. If I say a god did it, this feels like a trap that's gonna get me in trouble. Oh no, neither of these feels good. Either I'm aggressive toward this guy with a bow who's clearly, you know, ready and willing to harm me. or I lean into what he's going to interpret as the cult thing.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists, there's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
Yeah, tell me about him. Because I think I remember what I'm supposed to do. Everyone, and yeah, he has a very familiar line of reasoning, and also I think he might need a mirror with some of the things that he's saying. But okay.
Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Okay, so... Oh, this seems dangerous. So I have my archaeologist insight, and I can mention something about the Emperor looking for a scapegoat. Well, you know, I have to kill everyone anyway, I think, so...
Who are you to challenge what the Emperor says? Were you there? Do you have spies and scouts all over Rome, like he does? No, you do not. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not?
Bro. Yeah, I don't...
Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words?
This dude sucks. This is actually a very funny response given that they think we're a cult and also they're persecuting Christianity. Let's see. You know, this is fine. I have to reset everything, so...
Aha, I knew it.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I don't fully remember where I'm supposed to be going. Scary things are happening. I need to go this way. Ooh. Oh no! He's in for a bad time. Is this right? Oh no. Oh no! Things are bad. Okay. I don't know if it matters if I like... Oh, he's already done. Okay. We have to experience Groundhog Day. Alright. And we're back. And I seem to be having some issues, potentially. Okay, so we ran, we got back to the portal, we've started over.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Yeah, got hit by a few arrows. I'm Kyle.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Okay, so yes, I'm gonna give him a rundown that I have been here before and I know who he is and what he's about to do.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Zipline. Sweet. don't
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
I like that if it works.
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Perfect.
All right, see you around.
Okay, so now I've got a zip line, which I don't remember how to use, but we can test it. That's a little difficult. Okay, what is my objective? I think I just wanna... I've got well, okay. So I do know one thing I need to do. Oh, the whisper says this way. Trust the whispering voice.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you? What is it, citizen?
Alright. I talked to Horatius about this before, I don't remember.
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughter, I should say, and the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
Alright, how did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself, 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some geneticum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Well, yeah, sorry to hear that. That sounds like a really bad experience. But it's also curious that we are hearing a lot of stories about people who just sort of blacked out and ended up floating down a river and just waking up here.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labour does the body. That said, Scintilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
Okay, so let's find out more information about the magistrate, I suppose?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
I'll keep asking, no one does, but yeah.
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
And then I can ask to see the citizen register.
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
So this is something that is actually fairly historically accurate, like just keeping track of everyone who was within this area. We also have different classes. No notes on this person knows a way out potentially, so I need to find Aurelia. this seems rude, but okay.
Of course.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Let's see. I could... I could kind of approach this from a cultural different perspective.
War crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
That's messed up. Our worlds are very different. I don't necessarily know about that, but sure.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Okay, so... he seems to be in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
And yeah, I mean, there are technically war crimes, they're just not seen as war crimes. So, okay, let's talk about something else. I guess yeah, there's a vote going on that I'm supposed to be paying attention to, so who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Yeah, and regarding a comment, yeah, he seems pretty laid back and relaxed and just kind of willing to go with whatever flow is happening. Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon.
Well,
in any case,
here's the thing.
if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings. Alright?
Alright, so... let's see. I don't know that I can share any information just yet. I'm just like this new rando, so no one has met me yet.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Kyle. Yeah, we've been here before, sir.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the Golden Rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here. I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
Yeah, I couldn't stop it from being broken.
Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time. Now, I assume you'll sort me out again for a reason.
Well, I mean, I know...
Of course. What is it?
There's a guy that you could maybe do something about. Yeah.
What? An assassin? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I feel like this is worth sharing.
Then what are you doing here talking to me? Why aren't you out there trying to stop him? You'd best go, quickly. As magistrate, I hereby declare him an enemy of Rome and authorize his execution by your hand, forthwith.
Yeah, won't that won't that break the golden rule?
I don't believe so, no. It's not a crime to carry out the lawful order of a magistrate.
Which makes no sense. Yeah, don't you need to give him a trial?
So now you're an expert on Roman law, are you? Listen to me. We are cut off from the Empire down here, fending for ourselves on the brink of annihilation. If ever there was a time to dispense with legal procedure, it would be now. Think of it as an act of preemptive self-defense. Think of the lives you'll be saving.
This really complicates this idea of the golden rule. Sure, fair enough. How?
Any way you can. Despite my weapons ban, it's been my experience one can always find a weapon if one looks hard enough.
Okay,
Thank you. Please act quickly before it's too late.
just a extrajudicial execution, because that apparently is fine and doesn't break any rules. Does this... hold on. I have a question about architecture. There's a door that leads here.
Ave.
This door leads here. Why is there a door? Anyway, okay. Let's see.
Ave.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Throw an entire golden statue
Hey, Horatius.
as the weapon
How's it
against
feel knowing your
the
man's doomed to losing an
would-be
exit
assassin. Alright, so I think I'm supposed to talk to her.
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Okay, like... I just won't introduce myself, I guess, with who are you?
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Well?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
She's nice. And also, yes, I suppose doors are fancy, and maybe that's why the architecture is set up that way. Okay, so how did you end up here? Let's see if we have another very similar story to our own.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
Well, we have a loss of memory, but I'll mention being dragged out of a river.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you.
I'm Kyle, which, let's see. Carries negative connotations where I'm from. I guess it's not uncommon.
Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
What happened to Olivia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair.
She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you? Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
Okay. I mean, do I want to do this first, or do I want to deal with the assassin? I need to move some things around. Apologies. One moment. Oh, I see a cat was in the chat. Very nice. The cat seems interested in what's going on in the game, so I will give the cat that. I'll see what I can do, I suppose. I don't remember how to select different different options for my objectives. I'll figure it out. So do you know a way out?
I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
What about the Golden Rule?
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
I mean, this is historical. We're interested in historical content and information. Sure. And also, yeah, I think cats would always be violating the Golden Rule. It would be very difficult to deal with that. Alright, let's see. Sure, we'll listen.
Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage where Baucis and Philemon lived. Now, the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately, the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Baucis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic. Realizing only a select few possess such powers, says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Baucis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
I don't want to take a negative meaning from this story. I will agree with her perception of the moral here.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Okay. Status of the election. I think that's what I was originally seeking her out for. What's going on?
It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
That's an Can I nominate someone else?
You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course.
Can I vote?
Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no, I'm afraid not. But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election. By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course.
It's very vague. Right, what's your role?
I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
Hey, you know, I think that this might be a bad idea, but I'm going to ask if we can just start the election.
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk, but I suppose I could hold it sooner, if there's a good reason.
I'm collecting information. Sure, maybe it would prevent conflict.
Yes. I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we need here is additional conflict. Very well. I'll get things started right away.
This is such a bad idea. Okay.
Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Okay, well,
Election starting.
this will give me more information. To try to change the outcome of things. But I'm pretty sure that this ends with the golden rule being broken again, so... Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. And we still have an assassin here. She's still hiding from the assassin. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad time. But that's alright. Yes, I can hear you, disembodied voice. What do you need? I love how suddenly starting the election doesn't seem to faze anyone. Yeah, this is fine. We had nothing else going on. Nothing's gonna happen until I trigger something. Oh wait, maybe people are just still gathering.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots, and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Okay, so that's not great.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is, a children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Everybody hide!
Oh.
Son of this!
Oh no, I failed one of the goals! Whoops.
Kill me.
Yep, messed that up. I guess I should have done that in a different order. You know, you'd think if you're just reliving the same thing over and over again, it would be fine to do this out of order, but, alright, failed the quest. Noted. Alright, going back through here, I have obtained some more information. Maybe I can still go and get the assassin? And do the thing? Maybe. Okay, let's go back here.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Yeah, so we've had this conversation.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Still Kyle. Yeah, here's everything that I know. I wanted to
Of
talk
course.
to you again, I guess?
What did you want to know?
Yeah, so I guess I have more information for Galerius now. I can dig into this a little bit more deeply, so who are you?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
Sure.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
This seems like a weird platitude, but, you know.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome, to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
Okay, so we're having some similarities. And keep in mind, this is a semi-historically accurate, but also accurate to historical kind of mythology. So we're working some things out here.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
I don't know what this means, but we'll see something.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Do you know a way out of here?
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
So what do you think about the Golden Rule?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
And the election, he wanted to abstain. He wasn't voting, even though he's one of apparently the few people who can vote.
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Okay, so...
Alright, see you around.
Do I still have my... Yes! There are a lot of people that I could talk to. I think I'm gonna go... Whoa. Talk to maybe Sentius? I don't think I'm gonna get the approval to murder the assassin, though.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
I'm just gonna run right in here, even though I don't need to use the doors. Run up the stairs, and...
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am.
Yep, Kyle?
Yeah? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume Is that
Yep.
about right?
I'm gonna just skip
so-
through some of this. Okay, so we've had this conversation.
Seems rather brash, but all right. Why have you sought me out?
Okay. We talked about.
Of course. What is it?
I think I know what it
Yes?
is. Maybe I can get.
What? An assassin?
He's still there.
What are you
He's
talking
still
about?
going to break the rules.
Then
so...
what are you doing here talking to me? Why aren't you out there trying to stop him? You'd best go. As magistrate, I hereby declare him an enemy
Yeah,
of.
we've had this. Okay. I'll take care of it again.
Please.
Okay, because I think I still need. I probably still need to get rid of him, right? Can I say that anyone
We'll
else?
speak
Whoa,
again
this is weird.
after you've carried out my order.
Okay. So, I know too much. I have too many pieces of information. I'm not gonna use the door. Okay, so let me go find this guy again. Yes.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
That's interesting, because I'm, like, fresh and new here. It's being assumed that I know who Scintilla is. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. Here we go.
Help! You. A
Yep.
man arrived in the.
We've,
You
yep,
have to-
we've had this conversation. Okay. I'll get right on.
Thank you. I have to hide.
No, not in the shrine. Do not
What?
go in there.
Why?
She doesn't know me. How am I gonna get her to not? I have a bad feeling about it. I don't, just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Okay, so she's fine now. And now I can do something about this guy.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known.
We've had this, small shrine. Yes, and it's, I'm assuming okay to lie? Maybe?
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Okay, so... Just gonna observe. He's real slow, even though he's apparently on a mission. Yep, right in there. That's exactly where he is.
Curse you, cultist.
Oh, hey! Sentius was right. Okay. Take the item. Don't remember how to do this. Oh no, how do I just take all of this stuff? I would like to take all of this stuff. How do I take all of this stuff? Uh-oh. All I want is... No! Please, did I take all of it? I don't... Well, maybe. He'll be back. Okay, so we've done this. Rufius, I think I've talked to.
Arve,
I have more information.
a new face. Arve, and may Vesta what?
Okay, so... Yeah, let's just jump to the... She doesn't know who I am, but we'll jump to this. And yes, Loot Goblin mode activate.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Nothing. I
Oh,
have noticed
well then.
things.
Keep asking people how they wound up here. Livy's
Okay.
fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Okay.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Okay, so did I ask him how he ended up here? Maybe I didn't. We have a few more minutes.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, no information there. I am supposed to... Oh.
You there! I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Okay.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
Yeah.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
This seems... this seems... One would think that this would be against the golden rule in some way. Maybe? I mean... It's meant to be a cautionary tale?
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
Yeah, exactly. In the chat, I'm pretty sure that there is something in here that is breaking the golden rule.
I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule.
Okay.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Let's say not really. So this is another opportunity for some history.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
I wish that I had other options to guess, but yeah, we'll go with the obvious one since it's the only thing I can do.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
Yeah, someone's gonna end up breaking it.
Gods, no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade.
I think that's
But make
still
no
counts.
mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Isn't this
When
dangerous?
Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Yeah, he was punished for all of eternity.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
That's not... It's literally a god that's punishing people. They're gonna know. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that's
So,
all the questions.
are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline, but I think I do actually need that bow at some point.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are.
Wow.
Now, I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods...
Okay, so, technically, my stream time is up. And also, I need to cough, so I'm gonna mute for a second. Oh no, but I can't escape this! Oh no! Hold on. Video. Screen mode. What? It's windowed. It's supposed to let me escape this, but I can't. I can't. My mouse won't leave. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Okay, hopefully that was muted. We're gonna go back over here and kind of just wrap things up for today's stream. So, thank you for watching today. Apologies that it was a little bit low energy. But if you enjoy SAS's live events such as Archaeogaming, which is this, book clubs, and reading groups, please consider becoming a supporter of SASA with a recurring monthly donation. For as little as $3 a month, you can help us save ancient studies. And as always, you can also subscribe for Twitch. Subscribe to Twitch for free through your Amazon account. And thank you again to the person who subscribed today.